freshfigures.com, featuring all of your favorite action figure brands and much more. freshfigures.com. Get them while they're fresh. Figures of Action here, and today we'll be taking a look at the Figma Link Skyward Sword action figure from Max Factory and the Good Smile Company. And here he is, Link himself from The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. This is part of Figma's Max Factory Good Smile Company series of action figures. It's officially licensed from Nintendo. And you get the little seal here on the box. You get the little Zelda logo there. There's just some really fancy packaging they put these figures in. The box art that I did not include at the beginning of the video. Really well done packaging before we even get into talking about the figure. Just really well done. A lot of Japanese that I'm not going to be able to read. And a lot of really cool pictures of Link in different poses. But I did want to talk about the packaging there for a second before we get into the review, because their packaging is just amazing. And here we get to Link himself from the game, and it is an incredible likeness of Link as he appears in the game, made action figure form. I also have the Jack specific version of Link, and while I thought that one was pretty cool until I get my hands on this one, this absolutely blows it out of the water. Everything about this figure has been meticulously detailed. The articulation, the paint, the sculpt, the accessories, everything about this figure just takes action figures up to a new level. The scabbard for the Skyward Sword is removable, very well detailed, sculpted. It's raised. The metallic looking parts there are all raised and sculpted. Link does come with a number of accessories, including the Skyward Sword, the shield, but he also has multiple hands, and he has an extra face and a different set of bangs. The sword, to be able to get it out of his hand, you actually have to take off what is, I believe, the pommel of the sword to be able to slip it out of his sword hand, and then put it back together so that you can put it in the scabbard if you would like, and it fits in there nicely, neatly. It's not gonna fall back out or anything, and you can put that back on his back if you want to. You can also attach the shield to his back if you'd like. I can only get the strap for the shield to stay in place if I put his arm in one position, and if I move it, either the top or the bottom one comes undone. So the straps, they hold there at the top and bottom, and if I turn his wrist either way, one of them will pop out, either the top one or the bottom one. So if I keep his arm flat there, the straps actually do stay in, but it doesn't allow for a lot of range of movement there with the shield. Now the shield will also fit over the scabbard so that you can put it on his back. Because of the construction of the figure and the accessories, they're all very small, and you actually take the shield in and out of his hand with the handle. You remove the handle from the shield, and the shield is made to where he could hold it with either hand. It could fit on his back, because the handle can go this way or this way. The strap only goes there, but the handle can go horizontally or vertically. Now, to get it out of his hand, it's similar to the construction of the sword. The handle comes apart, like the pommel came off the sword, and then to put it back on, just put it back together, like that. Now, to get it over the scabbard, it's in the instructions. I believe it's something like this, and whoops, this, and then let's see if we can get that together there. Maybe, maybe not. So the handle would go like this, except with the scabbard through it. Let me see, I think I got it. In a minute. And we have it. The handle just goes there over the scabbard. I do not believe you use the strap for this part. I don't remember about the instructions. I don't think they showed the strap. So then you can have, maybe it went higher. But anyway, there's Link with the sword and the shield. Apparently that's not the way. I'll have to refer back to the instructions. There is a picture there on the back of the box, and I know that it was in the instructions. But in the interest of time, let's move along with the video. Link himself, with his alternate hands and head, or face rather, has an alternate non-screaming face. Bangs that are not wind blown back like the ones that he's wearing. And he has all manner of hands. He's got fighting hands and grabbing hands and flayed out hands, so that he can hold the sword in either hand or the shield in either hand, I believe is the design there. It comes with this awesome thing that goes on his sword. It came with the instructions. Came with the bag to hold all of this wonderful stuff. Came with a Figma stand, and it has an extra peg on it. But I found with this figure and with the Ghost in the Shell figure I have that it's a lot easier to pose them without the extra piece on the stand. We're getting into articulation here in just a minute, but before we do, I believe that Link is 1/12 scale. He's a little shorter than most 6-inch figures. Consulting with some experts, being my twin boys, they said that Link is supposed to be close to normal height. Like people height. Like, I guess 6 feet or whatever. But in Figma, he's shorter than the Major, and he's definitely shorter than my Marvel Legends. Being an elf, I was thinking that maybe he'd be shorter, but now I'm not sure. Let's take a look at how tall the action figure is.
Hello, everyone.
Thank you for the ruler. Link is standing just over 5 inches tall. Just barely over 5 inches tall. So a little short for a person, but perhaps the right height for an elf. Link's articulation. His head turns side to side, up and down. That face and hair does come off, so you can change it. His hat is articulated with a swivel there, so you can get him into different poses. His arms go out, but up only that much. They are Figma jointed there. The elbows go in and out. There is a wrist swivel. Wait, is there a bicep swivel? No. There is a wrist hinge and swivel for every one of his hands. He has a diaphragm joint there. He is jointed at the hips. His legs can go forward and back and out this much because of the soft PVC tunic. He has the Figma jointed knees that go back and also rotate, and the ankles go forward and backward, left and right, not much side to side, and then he's got the toes. This was a Christmas present, and it is fantastic. I had a real hard time putting this guy down first couple of days just because of all the crazy articulation and details and accessories that this guy came with. Figma figures are really a cut above the standard 1/12 action figures that you would find from any domestic company. I know that they're imports and they're a little bit more, but they are worth every penny. Alright, well this has been Figures of Action with a look at the Figma Legend of Zelda Link Skyward Sword action figure from Max Factory and the Good Smile Company.
Make sure you like this video and comment.
And subscribe if you haven't. Thanks for watching.